Yes. Yes. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yes, Mr.
Nice.
Joe Biden. Yes. Okay, Joe, you're going to be president January 20th, and you want Bob and I to. So you're going to pay us to join some other communities? You want us to check out that QAnon group? Really? You want us to invade them? I mean, it's bad enough that we invaded some truthers and stuff, but you want us to invade QAnon? Oh, well, Bob wants to know, if we do this for you, Mr. Biden, do we get bonuses? No, if we're gonna invade communities, we want to get paid for it, right? We want to get good money for it.
Yeah, I'm a .007. I'm a .007. That means I'm lower than the lower. I'm a volunteer. It sucks. We don't get paid.
So, okay, Biden, you got it, man. Now, like I said, we don't care who's president. We just want that money. We just love that money. So you just keep on giving us the money, and we'll invade whatever community you want, man. We'll do it all for you. All right, Mr. Biden. Talk to you later. Woo, man, dude, we're gonna talk about spies today. We're gonna talk about spies and all that. And the reason I want to do spies and government kind of stuff is because this Wednesday, in America, it's Veterans Day.
Well, yeah, over here it's the same way.
Yeah, and it's Veterans Day, and I know I should be talking more about Veterans Day on Wednesday, but we have a guest coming on Wednesday, a person that's actually her whole channel is about dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all she does. That's all she does. Her whole channel. Let me get up. Let me get her name up for a second, so people know who I'm talking about. Her name is Carolina Francisca Jimenez. If I say it wrong, I apologize. And let me put her channel in the stream, and I'm gonna share her screen, and she can only come on for an hour, so which is fine. I'm doing some volunteer work at the Veterans Hospital anyway, so it's perfect. And she has dream guides and author, so she does books. She talks about dreams. If you look at her channel, she has respective dream symbols, dreaming of our ancestors. How do they appear? Dreaming of being that are out of this world. So her whole channel is based on dreams. So we are going to do another show on dreams, just because we actually got a guest who just does mostly dreams. So it'd be nice to get a perspective on, her views on dreams.
Yeah, I got a lot of dreams.
How can I be certain that I'm interpreting my dreams? What are repetitive dreams trying to tell me? So there's a lot of different videos that she has about dreams. And if any of you guys want to go to her channel, check out her dream stuff. So when you guys come back on Wednesday, we got questions for her. Go for it. I think it's very exciting to get somebody brand new who's never been on the channel. And it's going to be fun. Going deeper into dreams with somebody who talks it,
Yeah. I'm working on 2 computers at the same time. I'm actually hacking something. So
no problem.
If I turn it off for a second, because I got to hit a button.
Yeah, and I just wanted to let people know that she's coming. That's going to be fun. And then Friday, we got 2 people coming on this Friday. The Matrix of View is coming back on, but Synergic Red. He's been on before. He's a great kid, great perspective on life. We're just gonna have a fun, just like an open conversation. It doesn't make a difference if you think a Matrix is a hoax or not, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna be fun. So we're gonna have fun on Wednesday with dreams. We're gonna have fun on Friday with some more Matrix talk, and we're gonna have 4 people on, and do a fast little shout out to people who did I can't talk today. Who are actually in the chat. The Black Sheep Researchers in the chat. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and Bob, haha. And then Tom Murray's in there. Torres, and then Torres is basically saying and the new president of the United States is Kamala Harris, not a typo. Not a typo. Is it some news breaking that I haven't heard?
Who knows? I've been out all day running around. All I know is what I heard like yesterday. So every day is a new chapter in the comic book. Who knows, man? Everybody in the sidebar is probably well more informed than I am at the moment. It's hilarious.
Hey guys, remember the day they tried burning down CNN? No, I don't know that story. They did?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I've never.
It don't shock me. I'm not going to be shocked by it. I'd like to hear some more. Eric, you might have to look that one. I'm going to write it down. You might have to look that one up. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, we got the messy garage. What a crackling, everyone. I hope you're all doing great today. Thanks for the show. No problem. That's why we're here for. Torres says, 2024. Hey, you got to start somewhere, right? You can't win presidency race every 4 years. So I will be running again in 4 years, of course. I'm going to make sure that more people know me, get to know what my values are. And, and all of you who didn't vote for me in this election, that's fine. I've always said you can vote for whoever you want. Or if you choose not to vote, that's your choice too.
I might have to run against you. That means I have to sling dirt at you now. I might run against you. I'm gonna have my own party.
How about this? If we run against each other, right? So let's since we're spies anyway, we're shells, right?
Yeah.
We'll flip a coin. You take the Republican Party, I'll take the Democrat Party.
Oh no, I'm gonna have a whole new name. No Republican, no nothing.
But get this, we're gonna flip everybody's on their head. So once you win for that party and I win for this party, and then we announce who our vice president is going to be, we're going to pick each other.
Yeah, let's not be brothers though. We got to pretend that we're not brothers. Because if people find out and then we can't run against each other, there's probably some kind of like nepotism laws or some weird shit. But then again, well, no, he ran the same party though. The Bushes had the Bush dad and then the Bush son. And I think Jeb also ran. He was in charge of like Florida. The whole fucking family was tied into that fucking stuff. So
yeah.
Well, I guess we're okay. We can run.
Z Walker from our Twitter. I'm sorry, Twitch. From our Twitch. Thank you for being here. You two should be president. Hey, we tried, man. We actually ran. We tried, and I think I would have been a good one. I really do. But just don't forget. Remember, Wednesday is Veterans Day. So if you know veterans, say hi. Now, if you're an anti-government person, I'm not saying you are or not, people, but if you are an anti-government, then you guys yourself should really, really thank the veterans. And Bob, why should they thank the veterans if they're anti-government? Because veterans are people like you and I. Plain and simple. Our good friend,
Texas Danny.
Texas Danny. That's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to name some people that I know who were from the military. Texas Danny.
Lucky Boger also. Lucky Boger's
in the military. The Light God Sea Warrior is actually, he was in the military. And I don't know who else. If anybody's in the chat was in the military, please click. Please write in the chat that I was in the military, because I want to personally thank you guys, because we all know that if you think the government's bad, think about us who are in the military that's got to do their dirty work. I mean, we're just regular people that we don't have a choice on what they do, right? Right, Bob? We don't have a choice. I mean, it's, and sometimes people don't have a choice to have to join the military.
We didn't have, our dad was in, our grandfather, our great-grandfather, it's a whole fucking line. Our dead gay brother Mike. Mike was in the Army. He was nuclear weapons. He was in Germany. So we were all, you're New Jersey, you were stateside.
Air Force, and you were Navy. Yeah. Michael was Army. I was Coast Guard. We have uncles, we have cousins who were in the Marines.
Dad was Air Force.
And father-in-law was in the Army and actually received 7 Purple Hearts.
I love his stories, by the way.
7 Purple Hearts. Now, guys, I want you guys to hear this. If you don't know what a Purple Heart is, a Purple Heart is a person who got injured in the military. And father-in-law got seven. Our father, I don't know if he didn't get a Purple Heart, but because
Got
there was
shot in the leg though.
But he had a bullet that almost got him right in the ear, and so he didn't get a Purple Heart, but he almost got a Purple Heart himself, or he almost got himself killed.
Well, he got shot in the leg too, but by one of his own guys. Dad told me the story. He actually has a scar on his leg.
Here we go.
One of the boot camp guys shot him but he didn't report him. Dad said he didn't report him because he didn't want him getting kicked out. He didn't want the hassle. Dad didn't want to leave the military.
Red Pill Paul, my grandfather won a Purple Heart in the war, and my other grandfather was shot down over Japan and was never found. Damn.
No shit.
Yeah. And that's another thing, you thank your veterans, and if you're by a memorial, a military memorial, you should stop by and thank people. Our father is at the military memorial, up the road, even in those Veterans Day, go say hi to your family who's, I hate to say go to the cemetery, but go say hi to people, man. This Wednesday, I'm volunteering for an hour to serve coffee and cookies to veterans because some of these people, you and I both got injured, but at least we're not injured enough where we can't do a show or something, that we're able to still walk around and stuff. But when you go to a veteran hospital, some of these people are really messed up, got really extra messed up and hurt, and you thank God, or you thank the Matrix, or you think whoever your spiritual person is, you thank them that at least, you made it out.
Odin.
You think Odin, it's
they allow that now. Did Jeremiah told you that Jeremiah joined? He's actually now the Eddas. He does the Eddas. So with those of you guys that don't know what Eddas are, it's paganism, but it's the Eddas. It's Odin. It's all the pantheon of Odin, Thor, down the line. Yeah, everybody. Loki. So they're actually allowing Eric, to have on his dog tag. He can have it on his dog tag. He can have. Your
son actually. I don't know if you knew this. Your son is actually in the desert in California.
Yeah,
he's training with the Marines up in, and he's still trying to come here next month.
Yeah,
for 3-4 weeks, and I got his bed all made, so it's
I was trying to do the same thing. We'll see what happens. It's hard for me too.
That's cool. And then let's see here. My grandfather on mother's side was fasted and worked under Mussolini. My grandfather on my dad's side had to flee Sicily for being wanted by the mob. Oh wow.
Yeah, well, Italy.
There we go. This is what I wanted to read too. Red Pill Paul. My grandfather won a Purple Heart in the war, and my other grandfather was shut down. Oh yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, shut over Japan, man.
Well, I know, but there's a lot of great stories, and I'm not trying to make the whole show about veterans and stuff, but I know it's coming Wednesday, and even though it's Wednesday, just thank these people, man. I mean, we want to be doing this show. I don't care what kind of conspiracy theorist you are or not. We would not be here today for the sacrifice these people did, and some of these people, I know they're older now. But remember, some people got drafted, and even when you got drafted, they went. Because there's a lot of people who got drafted in America that took off to Canada. I'm not saying they're wrong or right for going to Canada for this, but there's a lot of people, our Uncle Johnny got drafted, and he went. Now, I know some people, I think my father and them were telling me the story that they knew the draft was coming. And the thing is, if you get drafted, you have to go into the military branch that you get drafted in. So I know he was telling me stories how a lot of his people decided to join because they want to go into the branch they want to go into, and not the branch that they got drafted into. So our father liked the Air Force, and he decided to join the Air Force now. And technically, he had our father had to get somebody to he got in early in age.
Yeah, he had grandpa sign him in at 17.
At 17. And I think our father-in-law, whatever, got in at 16.
He lied about he lied about his age.
Think about that. Just think about
They didn't have computers. They didn't have computers.
When I look at my, it's weird when you look at it now. Just think about it. You look at your son. I know he's in the military, but I look at my son. It's weird thinking that our sons they're 20. Our oldest sons are 20. I mean, I got a 16-year-old. I got a 16-year-old upstairs. And knowing that father-in-law, like at 16, our father, Bob, at like 17, in the military.
Yeah.
The military is not easy, but and imagine it being in the military at 17, 16.
Yeah.
My God. I mean, that's extra kudos, man, because that's like your life hasn't even began. You haven't even got to vote, and then you're already going to boot camp.
You're already going to boot camp. Yeah, it's like it comes to the shit.
It's crazy, I mean, now it's cut and dry. You got to be like out of high school, over 18, and now even they don't even take GEDs. They only take a very small percentage of GEDs if they need you, and if you have a GED, you have to score extra higher on the test to be able to get in. So it's a lot harder to get in now, like it was in the older days. You actually got to score pretty good, especially if you want a certain job, because everybody wants this job or that job, this job. In the military, you got to score a pretty, Remember,
I had equivalency. I had an equivalency. And so I couldn't even get a rate. Remember, I dropped out of high school at 15. I took the test and got out. It wasn't a GED. It was just a test to get out. It was the equivalency test. You remember that? I took that out and I got out at 15. So I passed high school at 15 and I couldn't do anything. And I wanted to go to the military. And they're like, well, you can't go in at 15. So I remember when I got close to the 18 mark, I had to go to college to get enough credits to kind of trump that fucking equivalent, not a GED. I got below a GED, so I had to get the college credits to count towards it to be add up to like a high school diploma. And then they took me in undesignated, which was fucking crazy. That means I had no job. I had to learn. I had to strike into it. You had to strike a rate. That means you got to do it on the inside.
Yeah. You really had to build up a career from the bottom.
Yeah, but I scored fantastic on they're like, well, you scored, but you don't qualify for any jobs because you don't have a high school diploma. Yeah. So, but I'm smart, but I struck it from the inside. Got into some good jobs.
Now, what is
Love
this?
the Navy.
You can't fight for the bankers and expect to be appreciated.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. If you heard me like earlier, that we're not the one. People who join the military are not the ones who's starting the war. People got to get that out of their heads. It's the governments, it's the senators, it's the presidents, it's the governors. It's Congress. They're the ones who create the war or whatever. The American soldier is just a worker, just a blue-collar worker just trying to make it through. So they don't have a choice if you're fighting for the bankers or this. That's why I'm saying that if you're against government, you should really think your soldiers even more, because they're not the ones who pick or choosing the fight. They go where they tell you to go.
I know I'm fighting. I know there's a lot of veterans out there that have the effect, I call it, whatever effect you want to call it, who woke up and now are fighting. Texas Danny, like myself, he's fighting. Lucky Bulger, fighting. We're fighting. So we're doing our duty. We're doing our best duty. Now, I remember 52 states, 13 colonies, and I remember a red fucking stripe underneath that damn blue box. So, and I remember the flag the other direction on the arm. So it's hard for me to be around the American vets, but the American military now. I'm like, you guys wearing shit different than I remember. We didn't have it that way. And the Purple Heart, but the anyway, everything's upside down. The Bronze Star, everything.
Yeah.
The Medal of Honor, dude, has the 2 points up now, and it used to be 1 point. So the Medal of Honor had 1 star. It was a star with 1 point in the lanyard. Your lanyard you wore around your neck started from the 1 point. Now it's 2 points, like a damn pentagram. So I look at the Medal of Honor, I go, that's a fucking satanic pentagram, man. I'm not saying it's a satanic pentagram, but it's in the same shape of the upside down star, and I go, that's fucking weird for me too. But anyway, I'm going off subject.
No. That's fine.
Yeah, it's
hold on.
That's a Mandela effect that nobody but me is called out. I'm like, anybody with the Medal of Honor, remember it being the other direction. Anybody, and there's like,
and we're gonna talk about some Mandela effects after we watch this video, because there is some stuff that I've learned over the weekend on some other channels that's kind of interesting, and I thought I'll bring up as like, is it paranormal effect or mental illness, whatever. And there's some interesting ones. So, but let's play our good friend from Grandpa's World, which is a fantastic man. I mean, he's just a fantastic guy, and everybody should be subscribed to him. He's an honest working. He actually still works till this day to put food on his table. That's a true American right there. I tell you that. He's more American than all of us put together. But here we go. All right, I'm gonna. Oh, hold on a second. I can't. I couldn't get in there. Here we go.
Perfect.
There we go. That's my fault. Let me press play. There we go. Let me get the mute off. Here we go.
He's got the fleur-de-lis on his stomach there. Fleur-de-lis.
Today we're going to talk about alien abductions and animal mutilation. This is a story someone else had told me that they had heard. So this is a story about Dorothy and her daughter Candy, who was 16 years old at the time, and had gone to play bingo with 2 other friends. And they went to Dorothy's house. On the way, they saw some strange lights. They watched the light until they couldn't see it anymore. Soon after, Dorothy was getting really bad headaches and was anxious all the time. Doctors didn't know what to do, so she was referred to a hypnotist. He thought that he could relieve Dorothy of her emotional trauma. Under her hypnosis, Dorothy said that she had been abducted and was taken aboard a UFO by a yellow light. And so was Candy and a calf. And 2 entities mutilated the tiny calf right in front of her. She described the aliens as being 4 foot tall, gray, large oval heads. And then she saw Candy on a table. They were taking samples from Candy. The person telling me the story didn't know what it was. Candy went under hypnosis and told the same story. They reported to the Air Force Base. They lived near Dorothy. Candy told their family what had happened to them, and they laughed at them. So they did not mention it again for many years. And Dorothy was so traumatized that she didn't talk to anyone at all. That's it for Grandpa's World today. Have a good one. Take care. We'll see y'all later.
Nice.
That was nice. And hold on a second, but hold on for a second.
What's that?
I need to answer. I need to answer. I got to answer this because this is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life.
What's that?
Gypsy Road. Why did you flip? You used to be from Mandela Effect. What happened, guys? Hold on. I do got to answer this because this is the most bogus shit I have ever heard in my life. I have never abandoned the Mandela Effect. I actually, after this video, we're going to talk about some of the Mandela effects. Now, I choose to call it Paranormal Effect. That's my choice. I'm not. That's my choice. It's still the same thing. I just choose to rename it. So when people make a comment like this, I have never flipped. We talk about all the time. Now we do different. This show, I want everybody to understand this. I want to hear you guys what the show's about. So everybody has it once and for all, and it's clear, and everybody can get this out of their head. Bob, actually, this started a year ago in November. Bob actually has some stripes on his channel. Bob couldn't do a live show. Remember that, Bob? You couldn't do a live show. You could only do an upload. So you're like, and you were itching to do a live show. You were, you wanted to do a live show. So since I had the Gypsy Road channel and I was just doing uploads with paranormal stuff, Bob goes, hey, let's just do a channel together. Like, we did some Mandela effects in the past. So Bob and I started in November, did shows together. And the idea of the show was Bob, if I'm speaking wrong, just let me know. Bob himself is, I hate using the word you're affected. I just hate that fucking word, you're affected. It makes it sound like you got a disease. Bob knew. I hate it. I do. I fucking hate it. Affected. It's like, am I affected? Is it like a disease? I mean, it's like hearing from a government saying something. So I hate it. I hate being affected.
I don't have an infection.
Bob, so now I want Chris to hear this. So Bob started asking me some questions about a couple years ago, 2016, about what do I remember. If Bob didn't go out and say, hey, you need to learn everything about this. No, Bob goes, hey, what do you know about Dottie? What do you remember about Dottie in Moonraker? That's how it started. Bob goes, what do you know about Dottie? And I said, Dottie, you mean the one with braces? The one with who Jaws fell in love? Bob? And then Bob goes, she doesn't have braces. And that was like, what? What do you mean she don't have braces?
I have them.
Okay. Now, so that's where we kind of got started. I'm like, that is weird. And then Bob went through some other things, like the ones that I get confused on is the Monopoly guy not wearing the glasses. That one confused me because I'm like, he doesn't have glasses? Now, like Bob even mentioned like JFK. Now, I don't have any memories of JFK, 4 people, 6 people or not. The first time I seen a JFK video is when I was in the 80s. And you know what? That's 20, 30 years for that video to be manipulated, to be changed, okay, to be wiped out. So I always try to be honest to say the ones that really got me. JFK did not get me. I'm trying to think of another one, like Kit Kat kind of got me with the symbol, not symbol. That was a weird one. Now there's another one that kind of got me that a lot of people don't talk about is like, Bob, we talk about, because you asked me this too. Bob goes, Eric, do you remember Nightmare Before Christmas? I go, yes, I know Nightmare Before Christmas. I was a huge Tim Burton Nightmare Before Christmas fan. I mean, this is what the honest truth. Look, Nightmare Before Christmas dolls. I got Beetlejuice toys. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, here, look at this. Look at this.
I knew he was a nerd for it.
Look at this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan. So Bob goes, who directed Nightmare Before Christmas? And I said, Tim Burton did. He wrote it, which he did. He wrote it. It was his baby. He was passionate. So he made Nightmare Before Christmas. Finding out that no, he produced it. He wasn't the director, but he wrote it. And that got me. Okay.
He directed it.
Yeah.
Eric, don't sweat. Because I can't get no one to remember what I remember. Everyone says like, I don't want to go on this subject. I'm so numb to it because I have a conflict with people that call themselves Mandela affected because I'm like, they have the Mandela effect. Okay, so what do you remember? And I ask them questions like, what do you remember about fucking Statue of Liberty? They're like, oh, well, it used to be on Ellis Island. I go, and? What's on Ellis Island? And? What's on Ellis Island? And now it's on I don't want to talk to you. They're like, why? I said, because it was the torch was in the other fucking hand. You remember that? Well, no. What about the book? It's a tablet now. It used to be a book in the other hand. No, they don't remember that. Do you remember fucking I'm like giving up. Do you remember like I just joked about the fucking Medal of Honor? Tell me about the Medal of Honor. Well, what about it? It's a Mandela effect. Tell me about it. They don't have a fucking clue. I said it's upside down. So I'm sitting there, the B-12, anything I ask, nobody has the memory. They have a memory of a goddamn guy delivering a check, and that's it. I'm like, well, then you don't fucking have shit. You're awake. You're aware, but you don't have no fucking memory. I was like so fed up with the whole. That's why I tell Eric, don't just change the fucking name.
You and I have always talked about different subjects. Always. That's the idea. It's because the idea was I wanted to learn, and I invited people on.
Yeah.
I invited different people on to learn their values, to learn their beliefs. And that was my plan.
Everybody has a different reality. So I've just lost.
And it was like I get this text like, you're a fake truther. I've never once in my whole time on this channel Eric, I'm a truther. I'm not a truther. I don't do conspiracies. I talk about maybe some conspiracies that are out there, kind of just talk about it, about is there truth to it? But I am not a truther. I am not part of any communities but our own. That's it.
So, I give away more changes than anybody on the fucking market, and nobody remembers. I'm like, do you not remember how many people remember the North Star? And they're like, Polaris? I go, what do you mean Polaris? In my time, I worked at the Museum of Flight. You could only see Polaris by fucking scope, and Polaris wasn't even a concept idea. What's the North Star? No, it's not. It was a planet, and it was called Venus. Venus was the brightest star in the fuck. It was at the end of the Big Dipper. Anybody? I don't remember no stars like that. Do you not remember the skies looking like people took like the sand on a beach and threw it in the sky? There'd be billions of them in the sky. Well, I remember. You remember the fucking the locations of the landmass. Well, the Earth is flat. Besides it being flat. Do you not remember them changing and rotating all the time? How could you even go there when things are changing all the time? Nobody remembers. How about this? They don't remember. How about this? They don't remember.
That's fine if you don't remember. And it's fine if we don't agree on everything. Bob and I don't agree on everything. We don't.
No.
I think there's space. Bob doesn't. We don't. It's fine. I just hate. I'm not going to go further into it. I just hate when if certain people don't. If you don't think the same as them, then then you become a spy. So fuck you.
I think way different.
Who think that? Get the fuck out of here. If you're not open-minded, anybody. Now, there's something I learned. I'm bringing up a Mandela effect right now, Bob. Earlier in the show, I said, when we get to the Mandela effect, there's something that I've learned, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Oh shit, our good friend Lisa Silver. I'm kind of scared to jump in. Haven't been here for a while. No, you can jump anytime you want, Lisa. You're a fantastic person.
Anybody remember checking
So one of the things, I was on a fantastic channel. Okay, maybe it's Mandela. They had a channel. They were talking about Mandela effects. I call it paranormal effects. No big fucking deal. And Herbie, the love bug.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, weird. Let me ask you about Herbie, the love bug.
That's an old one, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I want to ask your opinion. It might be old, but it's the first time I heard it. And I'm not talking about the remake. I'm talking about the 1968 Herbie, the love bug. Here, let me pull a picture before I ask you this question. Give me a second. Herbie, the love bug. I think it came out in 1968.
Draw it in my own head before I even see it. It's got a stripe down the front hood. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. No. This ain't about the stripes. Because I can't remember. I can't remember fully how the stripes were on the number. But what color is that what color is that bug to you? What color was it?
It's white.
That's what when I was listening to them, I was like, tan? It was tan. It wasn't white. And let me share the screen. Let me share the screen here.
I have to draw it. Remember it.
And look,
there's stripe 53, which is 8. Look,
1968. The love bug is tan. I can swear. Now I can't sit here and honestly prove it to you that the color changed or not. But
That's
I
funny.
swear, because we used to,
Well, I owned one. I owned the Volkswagen Bug.
I could have sworn that the Love Bug was more white. I did. And it blew me away. And what I love about this show, Bob, everybody was giving their opinions, and nobody was fighting. Nobody was calling shells. Everybody.
Well, I owned a tan one. So when we were kids, I owned a tan one. It wasn't white; it was tan.
Now this is a car.
The Volkswagen, but he was white, like bright white, snow white.
Now, listen. Now this is a poster. Now this poster, it looks a lot more white. Now, maybe I'm just saying. Maybe I saw the poster, and that's making me think the whole movie was white. I don't have an answer, but when they were talking about this was so fascinating because I don't remember this one. Now you're saying, Bob, this is actually an older effect. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that way back.
Here's a question, Bob. Lisa Silver, does anybody remember what Lucille Ball died of? I know.
Cancer. Smoking? I'm taking a guess, but I think it was lung cancer.
Lucille
Again,
Ball.
don't quote me, guys. Don't call this effect on my end. I'm thinking it was lung cancer because I know she was a smoker. I smoke. I don't care. I don't die. But she was a smoker. She also picked up transmission. Eric, did you know that this is cool that she put this up. Did you know that Lucille Ball picked up transmissions?
She died of a rupture of abdominal. Ortis actually appeared recovering from a surgery. So apparently she had a surgery and she died from a rupture abdominal aorta.
I thought it was lung cancer.
I know she died, but I like Lucille Ball. She's one of the original great. She's a great ambassador for women. I mean, she really is. Yeah.
Well, did you know that she had
more for women than most people do nowadays?
She had feelings in her teeth, metal caps in her teeth that lined up, and she claimed to pick up transmissions in her mouth.
Oh, she remembers throat cancer. So
cancer. That's what I remember. Cancer. I mean, you're saying lung cancer. I don't know, but it was cancer. It was something to do with smoking. I remember it was from smoke. I remember it was like a smoke campaign, and she was one of the ones that's on the poster. Don't smoke. Lucille Ball was.
You know what I love?
It's the same for me with Patrick Swayze died of lung cancer. He was another cancer guy.
Says he remembers cancer, and this is what we do. The show is fun because I don't have a direct answer for you, but I like people like this. I love Flaticorn music. Maybe you're just a racist, Eric. Just kidding. I mean, anybody knows me knows I'm not gonna say I'm the most non-racist guy. Now I sound like Donald Trump. I can't sound like Donald Trump. But so all I'm getting at is people. I am not abandoned. No Mandela effect. I defended the community by calling out the conference who used the name for money. That's where you're getting this from. I was defending the community, and I was also defending the community to get the truthers out of the community because you are too angry. You're too mad.
Eric's nice. I go after my
out of here. Get out of here, you angry fucking people. Stay out.
Go after him.
Let's just have
fun. They don't know. They're misremembering. They don't actually. I don't know. People have like, you're misremembering. You're actually misremembering. Because they like
died having surgery from cancer. Yeah. Now, guys, I'm going to show you where I got the
cancer.
Well, it says here. Now, this is where I was getting this information from. It says here, in this section here,
that
the TV Comic Genius was 77. Dead.
77?
Yeah, 77.
Okay.
Dead caused by rupture. So that's what it says here. Like, but to be honest with you, Bob, I never followed her.
77. Died in 77. A lot of 70s. I think the Tripe Fest tickets were $77. So a lot of 77s. A lot of 77s popping up everywhere. But yeah, no, she died of cancer. She died of cancer. I remember her was one of the people saying, "Don't smoke. Look at Lucille Ball." Because she had a voice like this at the end of her career, and she was always smoking, and she's died of cancer.
Yeah. And Bob, this is why we hear it, because we learn new things from our people from the chat. I never knew that. I actually never knew how she died, and now I'm hearing that a percentage says cancer, and of course Google says.
And I didn't read no articles. I haven't studied this. In fact, I don't know anything. Somebody just brought it up during the show. And I do like Eva, like once upon a timeline. I just say what I remember. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. If people agree, they agree. But yeah, for me, I remember, so it's cancer. And then Herbie, the bug was white, like white, Snow White. I had a tan Volkswagen as a teenager, and I know what a tan Volkswagen looks like. And it wasn't tan. It was white, bright white. So you could see the paint on it. You know, maybe let's debunk it. Maybe it's because we have newer we have Mandela effect, whatever. We have new technology when it comes to cameras. And I do know that the cameras are different now and the film is different. So maybe it's still white, but the way that the camera, it bleeds into the camera, it maybe dulls it down. Maybe it's dulling all the colors. Maybe it's still white in real life. Yeah. Or like when they filmed it in real life. I don't know.
No, I love our people in the chat. Thank you guys for having my back. That's awesome. I like this one. I agree. Angry people, instead of wondering what the heck is causing all the changes. I really believe these changes, there is answers for these changes in a reasonable way.
Oh, yeah.
I feel that the reason I call it the paranormal effect for myself, because I believe in the paranormal area, that maybe that's where I'm going to find my answers. You know, because
it's easy. It's math.
Math. It's like I say all the time. We learn from each other, and the chat, not to insult the chat. Yeah. We're learning a lot. I mean, like I said, I was in the chat on Maybe It's Mandela when I heard about the love bug. I'm like, tan? I remember white. Now in the remake,
bright white.
There's a remake. In the remake, let me see. Hold on a second, Bob. I'm gonna see what the car looks like in the remake.
Bright white. It wasn't white. It was bright white.
Herbie
super white
remake.
Maybe it was the film. Maybe the way the film filmed it. I don't know. Bright white.
Love Bug remake. Here we go. Let me see here. Let me share the screen on this one, and then we'll do some what the fuck news. Here.
It was a remake.
Now,
it was a remake.
In the remake, it's tan.
What's up with the bottom stripes? I don't remember no bottom stripes.
Well, they changed it in the remake. I think the lines are different. Because look, let's look here. This is the remake pictures here. So in the remake, we see it there, and then that's whatever her name is. That's where the stripes are in the remake. Now let's go back to the 1968. Let's see where they have the stripes at. 1968. Let's see.
And guys, I do the best I can.
Here's the remake. So. Not the remake. Now, in 1968, Bob, there is no stripes on the side.
There's no bottom stripe. Yeah. Okay. See. Okay, guys, I'm doing it the best I can from my memory. So I didn't know there was no bottom stripe. So I didn't. I'm looking at the remake one. I'm like, that's wrong by itself. What's up with the cross on the? There's no. Okay. What's up with the black cross on the lights? Well, that's just for probably a. What is that? Is that all of them? Black?
It's probably just in that shot, because if you look here, there's no stripes there.
Okay, yeah, no cross in that. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. And I can see now where if there's I don't know if there's a Mandela effect for the stripes at all. I can't tell you that, so maybe someone else can answer that. But I can see where now, because there's a remake, people can be confused with the stripes, especially on the side, because there's stripes in the remake. but according to these pictures of the 1968, there is no stripes. And now that I can't remember if there are stripes on the side in the remake. I just remember I thought the bug was more white.
Show me an old one again. Show me like bring up a whole picture so I can see a whole picture of an old one.
Okay.
If you can find one.
This is the old one. This is an old one.
Okay, like I can't see, I'm blind basically, so I can't really see the. That's like a small box. You have a big box?
No, on this page is as big as it'll get.
Okay.
Unless I send it to myself and open it up, that'll take too much time.
I'll look it up on my own. I was just curious now.
Well, let me see if this one's better for you. Let me take that off. Let me share this.
I might have some slits happening in my eyes. I got to be careful.
Is that better? No.
Yeah. That's better.
And there's the stripes again. There is.
That's that weird cross. I think it's just because they're like in a thingy. Okay. Yeah, the stripes. Okay, I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna. I have a thing. I think I see a difference, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to have everyone go, oh, because I might be wrong.
Yeah, and here's a black and white picture. I mean, it's black and white. I mean, you can't tell the color, but you can see there's no stripes here. And then jumping. God, I don't remember this scene, but I haven't watched the movie in a long time. I don't remember the scene.
Yeah.
And then
it's kind of a cool nostalgia flashback, though. That's kind of
cool. It is, and it was very interesting. As a kid, when we were kids, there wasn't like there was like a lot of TVs. So a lot of your TV was older shows, like 68 shows. And what does he say? Yeah. There's loads, never answering for it. What does this say? The stripes, the glass when racing, but not sure if it's an effect. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Please search and plus to make the screen search and plus. Now I'm using an Apple computer. So I'm using an Apple computer, and
everybody wants to
see an Apple computer.
Again, guys, maybe Mandela's show had this on here. We're just talking about it on the show. So if you guys want to see the actual footage, it's maybe Mandela channel. So I'm going to shout that out. Make sure we say that. Okay. Is there? Yeah.
And this is fun. This is fun. Just having the conversation. And when they had this, here we go. What did he say? Control and plus to make the screen bigger. Control plus control. There is control.
Yeah.
And to make the
we learn on the
larger. I only found out a week ago. Control and plus. Now you're talking about where is my plus? Hold on. I gotta find my plus symbol. I don't know where my plus symbol is on my thing.
Right corner, I think.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's see if it works. Let me go back here. I'm pressing it. Control and plus.
Oh man.
Not anything. But like I said, this is not an Apple computer. I'm sorry. This is an Apple computer.
Okay.
Did I just make it bigger? No, I didn't. That was me. Oh well. I mean.
It was fun though.
I mean, or I could do this. I mean, this makes it bigger.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
I know.
We beat this verse up pretty good. That was good.
This is what works on Windows. Yeah, Apples and Windows are a little different. I remember there is a way, but since I don't use it that much, I don't remember on how to do it. I remember there's a way. I mean, Apple computers are weird because if you write something, you want to put some letters in bold. There's not a symbol for bold, and you got to press like 3 numbers or something to do bold. So it is what it is. But cool. Let's go into what the fuck news because Bob got one for us. I don't, but Bob got one for us. So here we go. Let me see.
Welcome to What the Fuck News.
All right, let me pull that up. I see Bob. Bob, do you see your ugly self right there?
I see my handsome mug. Yes.
All right, well, let's see what you got to say.
Man.
Here we go.
Hello, welcome to What the Fuck News. This is What the Fuck News, the Spy Edition. We've got a lot of really weird, interesting things for you. And remember, nothing I say is true, but if you want to do your own research, you might find out I'm right about a lot of things. But this is important. Take a little listen to this. If you own yourself a phone, a cell phone, it's called the Hawaii, an HUWAI phone. This is made in China. Now, this is a very cheap phone. It has everything as just like the other cell phones, iPhones, all of them. In fact, if not better, but very, very cheap. So a lot of you poor fuckers have this phone. A lot of people in general have this phone. They can't afford the more expensive phones. But that was already planned by China. They wanted to make sure you have this phone. Now, they're trying to make sure the governments, that is, in general, are trying to make sure that this phone is not allowed on the 5G network, which is weird because they don't want China inside the 5G network, which again is weird since China has the contract to build all the 5G network towers all over the globe. In fact, right here in Manchester, they seem to be building multiple buildings. It's actually in Chinese, Cantonese. You can look around. And the United States of America has multiple Chinese-owned buildings. Not only that, they've got a lot of 5G towers that are built by China. That also has this phone, but they're going to be banned from 5G network. How does that happen since they're building the whatever? Also, they're trying to get TikTok banned. And TikTok, which pretty much everybody in the entire back of this turtle has TikTok. That means they have access to your phones. China seems to have access to a lot of things. If, in my opinion, it seems like China is actually already in control of the world on the back of this fucking turtle, since both Biden and Trump both have accounts in China. And a lot of the rich people have accounts in China. It's almost as if they've already hacked everybody. They know what everybody's doing, and they've got dirt on everybody on the back of this fucking turtle. You talk about blackmail. Let's move on. Now, it's really weird because I used to be on an intelligence ship, the USS Blue Ridge LCC-19 out of Yokosuka, Japan, so I know a lot about intelligence ships. But there's two of them now off the coast of Scotland, right up the road. Not one, but two. In fact, it's the PR-684. They're the Vishnu-class intelligence ships, and there's two of them. Oddly enough, just sitting off the shore with their little telescopes all pointing straight up. It's kind of strange, and nobody cares about it, but it's in all the papers. But again, no one's kicking them out. It just seems unusual. They're a bunch of good guys I've known. I drank with them fucking Russian sailors. They're A-OK. Look at my fingers. Now, moving all the way down to the last thing, Snowden. It turns out that Snowden that was indicted or whatever and convicted or whatever, and he ran away in 2013. Now he's up in Russia or who knows where he's at. But the thing is, he blew the whistle, as they say, on the United States government listening in on people's conversations. Civilians. So they said it wasn't civilians. They said it was a war on terrorism. But apparently it wasn't. It was a war on a common class person. But now it turns out that in this fucking reality, that top U.S. intelligence officials have just made a weird decision that it was unlawful listening to people on cell phones. And possibly Snowden might be able to come back to the United States of America and be a normal citizen again. I highly doubt that. But yeah, that's also in the spy network news with the NSA, which he was a contract with the NSA. There's a whole lot of contracts with a whole lot of intelligence department. MI5, MI6s. I myself run around with MI5s and MI6s, but I'm a fucking liar. But anyway, that's What the Fuck News. Now remember, China owns everything now. They know everything about all of you, and anything illegal you've ever done, they know about it. And if you're a common citizen with this cheap ass cell phone, which they encourage you to buy, or encourage it because it was so fucking dirt cheap, and everybody has one. But I think even Obama had an Obama phone giveaway, whatever, and these were probably the same kind of phones that he had given away with the Obama phone thing when Obama was around. They were cheap Chinese phones. So he made sure that those of you poor out there got a phone. And now everybody's online. Everybody's reading things. And again, that's what the fuck news. I'm saying, what the fuck? I leave my phone at home and nobody follows me. And if I do carry a phone, it's the wrong phone. Everything's mixed up. You have a wonderful day.
First of all, I want to thank you, Bob, for letting me play a clip from your channel. I respect people who ask. That's what you do. That's respectful. And man, I love this band. I love Jesus Mary Chain. Flat, you bringing up some memories right there. I love Jesus Mary Chain. I love their sound. But phones. That's interesting. Because everybody knows my feelings about 5G. That I believe the 5G that's killing birds, that's starting fires, is a hoax. I've never said I don't believe in that, but I do believe that the real conspiracy in the 5G is the technology to be able to transfer information faster. So what does that mean, faster? Well, that means if you're a government, if you want to spy on people, spy like us, you want faster internet, faster information. Yeah. Because not just to spy. I mean, let's just be honest, not just for spy. Say somebody murders somebody down the road. We don't want that to happen, Bob. I don't want people to get murdered. But with 5G technology, cops themselves, police officers, FBI, I don't know, are able to use cameras that are from buildings outside the streets faster to catch people faster. So the real true conspiracy is how fast they're able to get that data to their house. Now, yeah. People that hear 5G, they automatically are thinking 5G is the fastest. Listen, 5G is not as fast as good internet speed you get at your house from your company. Okay, yeah, it's not. 5G is not faster than what I have fiber in my house. Okay, fiber in my house is way faster than 5G. 5G technology is basically mostly for cell phones, other style. It means it's faster wireless in the air. Hardline wiring is always the fastest.
Yeah, I go landline.
Doing this show,
I have a phone line.
I have CenturyLink that gives me
you got mail
fiber to my house to get me the fastest speed. So the conspiracy is that data is easily transferable faster using satellites in space, inner space. I don't care. But the idea is 5G is to allow faster speeds. I want to see if anybody has opinions on their own. I'm not making this a 5G show, people, but
that's weird for me. Also,
for everyone on YouTube, it's just some channels want the monopoly. That is true. That's that. I'm not going to go there again, but that is true.
But the 5G thing, Eric, I remember everything was like, oh, this is coming from the satellite. Oh, this is coming from the satellite. Everything was from the satellite. There was no 5G towers all of a sudden. I'm like, when I woke up in 2016, I'm not going to lie, people. Oh, you want to talk Mandela effects? The fucking towers were everywhere. I felt like I was in that movie, They Live. I was like, what? I was coming. We used to have coffee breaks for my work, Museum of Flight, and me and my buddies were in the car and we're driving to the coffee shop. And I was like, dude, that's never been there before. What are you talking about? That fucking tower was never there before. They go, no, it's always been there. It's never been there before. They thought I was insane. But then we kept driving to another shop. They were so irritated at me staring at that fucking tower. We went to another shop. And on the way to the shop, we passed up 3 towers. I said, when have we been inundated with towers? They thought I was crazy. So in 2016, for me, a Mandela effect was the fucking towers everywhere. I thought everything was satellite. What happened to the satellite? So we're like, I was told it was connected to the satellite all my whole life. Well, my whole life, but when they fucking had the cordless phones, it was all satellite. I was even in archaeology. I was in East Timor. We had a fucking accident. We had a satellite phone. In the Navy, we had a satellite phone. for emergencies. Now we got towers.
Well, towers. Satellite phones. You're basically, in theory, like I said, I'm not going to go into super theory because I used to work for cable company. This is no me talking to my ass, people. I've actually worked in the cable company with these towers. We hooked up cable, and the reason towers are better than any satellite in the world is satellite is technically based on pure wireless.
Yeah, Eric drove me to the towers, and he was telling me all about the towers.
Well, when you have a city, right? There's hundreds of towers because there's more companies that owns towers.
China.
All the towers is not owned by just one company. Towers are owned by different companies. But when you do a wireless single, I understand, people, a wireless single, okay, a tower is just a modem. One big, huge modem. Sends out singles and it receives singles. And then it doesn't go wireless single to the next tower. It's running through fiber to the next tower. So it's like a modem. You connect to the tower, bam, your signal, your data goes straight through fiber into the next tower and spreads out to people. Now it's fiber because to do 4G and 5G, you have to use fiber to be allowed. It's like organic foods. You got to have certain regulations to be considered an organic fruit. You got to go through this and this and this. For towers to be able to call yourself 4G and 5G, it's got to be fiber. Now 5G, all things 5G really is better, newer computer boards, new computer boards. The fiber has more fiber lines because when people think of fiber, they think of one big fiber wire inside one thing. No. Fuck you, Bob. There could be like 10 or 20 little small fibers in one. Okay.
You're coding.
There's tons of little fibers that's secretly in one wire. And the money, and I've told people the money is not the fiber technical. The money is allowing people to travel and use your fiber. That's where the money is. It's like a parking lot. If you own a parking lot and you charge people to park there, like in cities, to make a lot of money. Major companies own fiber lines because they charge you to use it to travel your information to one. Now, the reason the government gives funding to towers, the reason they give funding to 5G, because themselves they do that so they don't have to pay as much money as other companies to borrow your fiber for their stuff. People be surprised. One fiber line could have AT&T on it, could have Sprint, it could have Verizon, have another cable company. You could have tons of different people using your fiber.
But what if a company is owned by China? Don't they technically rent a space in that fiber line?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, a lot of companies. Or remember, now, even if a company is in America, right? It doesn't mean their shareholders. A high percentage of the shareholders could be shareholders from China.
China.
So China could actually own. I mean, I don't know. I don't know these numbers, but 30% of Disney shareholders could be from China. I don't know that. I don't know every shareholders' names. I don't. But what I'm saying is Bob, even yourself, if you want to buy stock, you could buy stock in a China company.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you and I could own enough to make a voting difference, but say if you and I, what if you and I have Donald Trump's money? You and I could buy 70% of stock in a company in China and own it by 70%.
Like Donald Trump and Biden?
People are like, Disney's powerful. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Disney's not powerful. Apple could buy Disney out tomorrow.
Doesn't Apple have products made in China?
Probably. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Doesn't anybody know that? Doesn't you guys know that?
See, you're perfect. You're like you're saying, China owns part of it. And people are like, we're going to war with China. We're not going to war with China because we buy each other's products. We own each other's products. If we went to war, the economy will collapse for both. If America collapses, China's going to collapse. because China buttload of money comes from America. Buttload of money.
England, they bought America, they bought everything except for Russia.
I know, but to make the economy work, they gotta have us. They gotta have us going. They gotta have. That's how the money works. If we collapse, their money source is gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, Eric. Did you hear about the Ethiopian-China war? Anybody know about the Ethiopian-China war? Ethiopia went to war with China. Well, the citizens went to war with China. What you guys don't know is, and this is crazy as fucking, and this is not, do your own research when you hear my information. Debunk it. That's how I roll. Debunk me first. So in Ethiopia, they have dependent on the donkey. On the donkeys. They're dependent on donkeys. Donkeys to an Ethiopian is their car, is their livelihood. It's like Britain with dogs, with pedigree dogs. They love their fucking donkeys. When you go to Ethiopia, you got wild donkeys running everywhere. They love their donkeys. But you know what China likes, Eric? Because China was buying up all the villages they were buying up all the businesses in Ethiopia, Eric. Do you know what Chinese love, Eric?
What?
Oh, donkeys.
Talk to you for a second. There is some news. I don't know if you heard this. It's awesome news. I forgot what it's called. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Good.
1 second.
So those of you guys want to hear the story, this actually happened. The Ethiopians consider their donkeys like your pedigree dog at your house, your cat, your dog. They do not hurt their donkeys. They are a domesticated, loving animal, and they love them, and they let them run wild, not to be wild and die, but they feed them, they eat wild along the way. They take care of their donkeys. Now, China has a nice little taste for donkeys, and since they were buying factories and all kinds of things in Ethiopia, the Chinese decided to go ahead and open themselves up a donkey slaughtering factory. And they were gathering up all the donkeys and they were slaughtering them for food and shipping them off to China. They sure love eating their fucking nasties over there. And guess what the Ethiopians people did? They rebelled and they burned down the donkey. They burned down the slaughtering house, and they pretty much harassed all the Chinese employees and pretty much set fire to a lot of the Chinese buildings, own buildings. And China had to leave Ethiopia because of the donkey.
Bob, I'm going to show you out of nowhere. I'm going to show you just what the fuck is that there's certain news that's being. It's not even being played on TV because of the election. Well, I don't know if you know this. This is happening in Denmark.
What's happening in Denmark?
This is really huge news, and people in the UK, please tell me, Black Sheep, are you still in the chat? Because you might know this. I want to hear this from Bob and you guys if you're hearing this. So, Black Sheep, let me know if you're still in the chat. Okay. Here it is, Bob. Here it is. Where is it? Denmark.
17.
Up to 17 million mink to stop mutated virus. Now, this is in the news. Now, I want to make this clear. Yeah. I am not giving out fake news. I'm giving you news that there was an article, and once in a while, when you're watching the news and they're not talking about the race, there's news about a mutated virus in Denmark, and right now they're mutating, or they're killing 17 million mink. Denmark, the world's largest producer of mink furs, plans to cull all mink in the country to contain a mutated form of a novel virus. Prime Minister said Wednesday the decision has been made with a heavy heart, but is necessary based to recommendation of health authorities. The virus has mutated to mink. The mutated virus has spread to humans, basically. So basically, right here, there are between 15 to 17 million mink in Denmark, according to authorities. Outbreaks in the country's mink farms have persisted despite repeated efforts to cull infected animals since June. Now, I'm not making a show about I don't like talking about like viruses and stuff at all. But when I saw this story, my wife told me about this story, and when it said they're destroying 17 million. 17 million. Now, I can't tell you what's real and not because I'm not in Denmark. I'm not there. But this is in the news, and it's like between the news channels like BBC, when they done talking about the freaking Biden and Trump, they'll bring this story in here. So what I'm trying to say is, I wonder if Black Sheep's still in here. Okay, Black Sheep, have you heard of this story? Do you know anything about this mutation and that they want to stop it from the tracks? Bob, have you heard of this? You're in.
No, I've not heard of that mutated virus in the minks. No.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this in the chat. You guys can check it out yourself because I'm not going to play that video there because it is from a news channel and they'll take it off the air. But this is one of the articles and it's just kind of funny because just say people, go with me on this. Don't fucking beat me up on this at all. Hold on. I wonder who else has minx farms worldwide. Follow the money. Perfect.
All the money.
Perfect the money. Now, this minks sounds huge, right? You when you hear this, Bob, this sounds huge, right?
Yeah.
So why is it, if it's huge, why do they stick this little news between a race, the political race? Yeah. Why is this being played?
Well, I mean, I feel bad for the minks, but the good news is that they can't touch the minks anymore. Hopefully those minks are released. Hopefully they're not all killed off and they won't use mink anymore because the rich elite people are not going to be able to wear mink anymore. No more mink shawls and things.
That's funny. There are only 5.8 million people in Denmark, so there's more minks than them.
I didn't know that. That's good, man. Thank you for saying that. 5.8, that's 13, by the way. 5.8, that's 13. Anyway, yeah, so that's hilarious. Yeah, there's more minks than there are people in Denmark. What? Oh my God! What the fuck is wrong with this place, man? What is going on with this place? Just every day I wake up, guys. Every day is an adventure. I open it up. I'm not saying he loves them. No, I don't love shit. I'm just like reading. It's a comic book, man.
I'm sorry.
It's silly as fuck.
I said that wrong. I'm not saying you loved it, but you studied it longer. And you got it more than I have. So you researched it. I'm not saying you loved it. That's my bad, guys. I apologize. I should say that. Not here. Not this one. Not this. Hold on.
I opened the page of the book and I dropped the book after 2 seconds. This is what I can make it. If somebody really wanted to, I used to do Mandela Effect shows. I would sit for 3 to 4 hours with magazines and just fucking read one after the other of changes. I gave up, man. It's too, to me, everything has changed.
I feel I don't know what's true or not. I'm not saying what's true or not, but I feel so bad for these little guys. Look at them. They're so cute.
17 million minks. And like he says, 5.8 million people in Denmark, and you've got 17 million minks. They've got what are they going to euthanize them? What was their?
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're euthanizing them.
Man. Well, somebody needs to. If you're going to do a protest, I'll advocate it. I will I'm behind it. If you want to advocate for fucking saving the minks, and that's something I'll throw my hat in the ring on, man. That's real. I mean, I would go. I wish I could go over there. I would do something. I wish I could.
And I like this. I only heard about cats and dogs, but minks is new. That's why we do this, to share. And I can't sit here and back up of what's really happening. I'm not in Denmark. I'm not over there. But it's just funny that my wife saw this. she was watching the election news, right? And right in the middle of the election news, oh, Denmark, the prime minister came out to do this. I'm like, wow, that sounds like a pretty big news. And that's being like,
if somebody lives in Denmark, can you please go stand there with a sign that says "Do not kill the minks"? I will put you on my show live. If you stood there, I will keep you live on my own channel. The whole fuck, even if I don't care how many protesters are there, somebody go save the damn minks, man.
Now C1 says,
I wish I could get there.
now she's saying it's true. They killed them. Wow.
Oh,
That's
God.
sad. I just wow. It's just amazing how this story is hidden. Bob, my wife got this information because we have friends in Denmark. I was in Denmark.
Yeah, I know where you got it from.
I was in Denmark. I know where you got it from. And it's weird that, but my wife talks to one of my son's friends' mom because they're good friends.
Yeah,
and they're saying that on their news in their own country, this is not even really on the news. It's on their news. It's all about the presidential here in America, in Denmark.
Somebody needs to go there. Somebody please go to freaking Denmark and stop them from killing them minks.
C1 is from Denmark. So
okay, thank you. Go do something, man. Take a picture. I will put it on the show, man. You take a picture, do something, man. We'll put it up on the show for you. Whatever you can do, we'll put it up, man. We'll try to let people as stupid. No, it ain't stupid, man. A living creature is never stupid. I don't care how small, especially minks, man. Well, this is bad.
It's just the amount. It is just so like. It's just look. That's just. I just
can't do that.
It breaks my heart.
Oh my God, man! I don't want to.
Look, when I look at this picture, Bob, it looks like my dog, my Eliza dog.
Oh, so bad. I can't make no jokes at the moment. Why you? What's up with the outfits, man? Come on. When is this beast system gonna end? It don't stop. The insanity don't stop.
Actually, instead of seeing minks for sale, the price of mink goes up. The price is probably going to go up.
Yeah, if you guys see anybody wearing a mink, grab a. I'm not advocating this. In fact, don't do this. Do not grab a can of spray paint and spray paint somebody's mink jacket if you see it. Do not do that.
And guys, I'm not here to tell you. I don't know.
I'm a disabled veteran. I don't think right.
I don't know what's 100% true because I'm not in these countries. C1 here is from this country, and he's saying that they are doing this, and who am I to say?
So sorry, man.
Telling me the truth or lying? I'm
so sorry, man. So sorry for you guys.
It is. Bob, I'm sorry I had to show you that, but.
Oh, I feel bad.
It's so weird. But here, let's go to what
Spies
about right here. Let's go here.
Spies.
This is about 10 best real life spies. Now, according to The Guardian, these people here are supposed to be like the 10 best real life spies in pictures. Now, according to some communities, Bob and I are the biggest spies in America. Apparently,
what?
But I guess, Bob, we're not big enough to have our picture on the site. But so I guess I guess because we haven't got our first paycheck yet. Once we get our first paycheck, maybe we're on here. Not here.
Yeah, I'm a .007.
Red Joe Gina Rumsen novel inspired by the true story of Meletta Norwood. Meletta Norwood, from 1912 to 2005. She was seamlessly a coach's assistant to the director of one of the Britain Atomic Research Centers, who coolly passed the secrets of the atom bomb to Russia for 37 years. So apparently she was passing information with the Russians in Britain. Years before being identified in 1999, daughter of a Latvian-born father and a communist sympathetic mother, she became known in the press as the spy who came in from co-op. as the result of the shopping bag she was carrying when her true allegiance was exposed at the age of 87. Now think about this. 87. How
wow.
how this person was sending information from Britain to Russia for 37 years and never got caught. I mean, I don't know this story. I don't know her, but wow.
Interesting. Next, what's up? What's this guy? Who's up? Pancho Villa looking guy.
Now this guy. Now, guys, people in the chat, if you know the story and if you want to write something about that person, I'll try to catch it and read your speech out. Okay, this person is Fritz Jorbert I can't fucking say that name. From 1877 to 1956, a native South African.
77.
I'm not going to say his last name. I'll just call it Cowboy Hat. Cowboy Hat was disguised by the actions of the British Army during the Boer War. In particular, Lord Kitchen Scorch early policy and imprisonment of his mother and sister in concentration camps. After a stint as the personal hunter of Theodore Roosevelt while on safari in Africa, he became a German spy in 1914, disguised as a science researcher. Like, you know, Bob, you and I, we're disguised, you know, to invade some communities. So we know about this. British ships fake his own death and later claim he had been responsible for the sinking of the ship carrying Kitchener on the fatal trip to Russia in 1916. Now, hold on. Now, it says he faked his own death and later claimed. So when they say claim, is it not a fact? Or is it real?
I don't know. I do know, if you guys want to hear a Mandela effect, there was a Boer War, and now I think there's 2 or 3 different ones now. And there's one. If you guys want to know about the Boer Wars Mandela effects, go
this
see.
Is where I got the story from, guys, right here.
Yeah,
go to chat. I just put it in the chat of the article that we're reading it from.
Yeah, Mandela Affected did a whole thing on the Boer Wars and the Mandela effects with the Boer Wars. So if you guys want to go see about the Boer Wars, you got to go see his channel. Good luck. You got to get permission. You don't like to deal with nobody. He gave up a long time ago dealing with people, but he has a whole thing, a whole show based off the Boer Wars, Eric. It's really, really good stuff. Strange that this guy has his he's a spy. Boer Wars. I don't even know what the fuck. Even the pictures look fake in the Boer Wars. They're all laying down and posing.
Yeah, let's go to the next guy.
So stupid.
Let's go to the next guy. Here we go.
Yeah.
Virginia Hall. Thank you for having a freaking normal name for me to pronounce.
Well, what is it?
Thank you. Thank you. Virginia Hall. From 1906 to 1982, a U.S.-born volunteer with the Special Operations Executive during the Second World War. Hall operated in occupied France. She co-coordinated the activities of the resistance in Vitki, working as a correspondent for the New York Post, and appeared on Gestapo's Most Wanted list as a limping lady. I guess she's been called as a limping lady.
Never heard of her.
This referred to the fact that she had been shot herself in the foot in 1932, causing her lower leg to be amputated and replaced with a prosthetic limb. Okay, this is fine. She's got a prosthetic leg. But what did she really do?
Well, she was reporting from the underground, the resistance, when there was occupied France. So during occupied France, you had underground resistance, not above ground, idiots, underground resistance fighting against the Nazi occupation over there. So, she was sending back information to the news team, I guess. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now here's this one. Here's this guy. I know I'm kind of rushing a little bit through because it's already 12:30, but here, Kalach. Well, his last name, Klaus Funch, Funch. I know it just looks like if you remove the C, if you remove the H, put the K. So Klaus Funch, Funch.
Okay.
So I'm trying not to say the bad word because I'm a good Christian boy, people. I'm a good Christian. I don't want to say bad word. I'm a good Christian boy. Okay. 1911 to 1988, German nuclear physicist. Sorry, German nuclear physicist who came to England in 1933. Bugs. I'm sorry. Bugs worked on the top secret British atom bomb project. Sorry, he worked on the atomic bomb project. Coordinated the tube alloys, and later on the American Manhattan Project. He was arrested and imprisoned in 1950 after it became clear that he was passing information to the USSR, motivated by the anti-Nazi feelings and complicated view of how best to achieve post-war equilibrium, whatever that word is. According to the reports, he was an extremely academic and gentle man. He once drew a diagram of the working of a spin washer on a prison laundry receipt to demonstrate its working to his fellow prisoners.
Now, I wonder if he was sent to. People don't know this. Here we go with another effect. If you guys know this, you know this. You don't, you know, whatever effect you want to call it. Now, I have never heard of this. I've worked at I worked at 3 different museums. Okay, I understand that. I worked at I worked at Fort Lewis Historical Museum for military history, and I have never heard of an internment camp in fucking England. There was an internment camp in England on the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man had an internment camp. Now, guys, these are political prisoners. These are prisoners of war. Okay, so some of these civilians were sent to that prison. Now, it doesn't say it, Eric, but I'm wondering if he was sent to the Isle of Man because they had a whole group of processed prisoners on the Isle of Man in England. There's an island between England and Ireland. Didn't know that island existed until a couple years ago. And then now it's an internment camp for World War II. And these spies like this guy was probably sent there. That's probably where he sat in the internment camp.
Oh.
World War II. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I went to go see the actual museum, and there's multiple different people out of Germany, out of all over the place that were collabing with the Nazis. And so Britain sent them to the Isle of Man, to the internment camp. What an internment camp in the Isle of Man. Ever in my time. There was nothing like that. But since we're talking about spies in World War II and veterans, this is Veterans Week, so let you guys know about that. Do your research on that, guys. Look up the internment camp in Isle of Man. I wonder if Black Sheep Researcher even knew there was an actual internment camp on the Isle of Man. He's probably going, huh? What do you mean there's a political military internment camp on the Isle of Man? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. Well, let's see what the next one is.
Okay.
Oh, did I stop sharing? How? Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, you got my handsome face on here.
Okay. Bella Boyd. Okay, this is thank God for some easy names. Thank you, give me an easy name. Bella Boyd. In 1844, 1900, born in Virginia, Maria Isabella Bell Boyd became a spy for the Confederates at the age of 17. After having been put under guard for shooting a drunken Union soldier, the guy was drunk. He probably tried to touch her. So she probably had every right in the world to shoot the guy. According to her memoirs, insulted both her and her mother. Yes, okay, I see that. We ladies were obliged to go armed in order to protect ourselves as best we might from insult and outrage. charming and beautiful, she extracted secrets from the Union Century, charged with him imprisonment to him. She wrote, "I'm indebted for some very remarkable infusion. Some with her." Well, I don't know. It's really a bad thing. I mean, they insulted her and her mother. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
She was
really
a spy for the South. She was a spy for the South, they said.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. There's a conspiracy. We're a conspiracy channel. Did you guys know, in my time, this is not this time, but in my time, that Jesse James, there were modern day investigators, archaeologists that were doing studies into Jesse James, who they thought was a Southern spy and part of a Southern spy ring. And he was actually they were giving him money for certain things. Jesse James was considered what they thought to be a Southern spy.
And Black Sheep says, yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, but Jesse James was also, they thought, that might be a Southern spy. There's a whole lot of spies that people don't know about. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there. Throw it away if you don't care.
Now, this guy, Francis Walsingham, I guess, I don't know. I just call him Francie. Good old Francie, okay? Now, Francie, from God damn, this is way long time ago, right? From 1532 to 1590, move over, Thomas Cromwell. Francie was the ultimate Tudor spy master, principal secret to Elizabeth I. Elizabeth, I am a staunch Protestant. He made it to his business to stamp out Catholicism by any means necessary. His record is formidable. He intercepted letters, employed professional forgers of seal. Oh, and Bob, you've done that. You forged seals. I mean, you're
many of them. Yeah, many of them.
And ordered the torture and execution of Mary, Queen of Scots, and many poor old Catholic priests, along with numerous other suspected conspirators. If history weren't always written by victors, she have ended up as bloody Queen Elizabeth. Now, this one, I'm not saying awesome, but I'm saying is this guy pulled off murders by saying he's somebody else in letters, and they believed it. They got the execution letter, and he got people executed.
Because he was secretly working for the Protestants, and he was working against the Catholic Church. He was working against the Pope. So he's working against the Catholicist doctor, whatever group. He's working against the Pope. So that's pretty good. Wow. They had German soldiers in Oldham. Yeah. The internment camp. Wow. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah. He was working against the Catholic Church for the Protestants. That's pretty crazy, man. Forging letters. If you know how to write back then, nobody knew how to write. So if you can write,
it's not like you can research every single letter you get now, right? Yeah. I mean, shit.
Forged letter.
We're here in 2020 where people are saying our ballots aren't counted right, or not looking at the signatures aren't right.
Well, I used to write you letters, Eric. Remember for school.
We can't figure it out now if something is false. Back in the 1500s, shit, you get away with everything.
Yeah. These are all weird.
Who's this guy? Sidney Raleigh, 1873 to 1925, dubbed the Ace of Spies, and made him into a household name through the writings of his friend Robert Bruce Lockhart. Oh, really? Robert the Bruce? Braveheart? Really? Lockhart? Raleigh was a prototype for not Bruce, but I mean, I'm not. God, I'm joking about Braveheart.
Yeah, I know.
It's not that Robert the Bruce. Okay, guys, this guy was born 1873. So, okay, going back, I knew somebody would say, "Look, Eric's trying to make a fraud out of something." Raleigh was the prototype for Fleming's James Bond. Oh shit! a known womanizer. No, James Bond wasn't a womanizer. He was just a good-looking guy that women liked. Come on. Many of exploits he claims to have performed unfavorable, but he is most famous for his involvement in the British-backed plot to overthrow Lenin's Bolshevik government in 1918, with the help of his Latvian army charged with guarding the Kremlin. This plot earned him a death sentence in Obstinania, which was finally carried out when he returned to the Soviet soil in 1925.
That's complicated.
Oh, hey guys, and just I don't know. I just want to say this. You know, Sean Connery did pass away. The original James Bond guy. Sean Connery was one of those fantastic actors, and he was the original James Bond. So
yes.
I want to give a shout out to Sean Connery. He was the man. Okay, Bob. So
one of the reasons why we're doing it too, you have the spy thing for Sean Connery. I like Sean Connery is my favorite. I think didn't you like the blonde guy? I like Sean Connery.
Well, I grew up in the Roger Moore era. He was when I was a kid. That was it. You know, I was born during Roger Moore, but no, everybody loved Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
To me, if anybody asked me today, Sean Connery and Roger Moore are the two best James Bonds I ever saw.
Miss Money.
But that was our era. That's easy. So
yeah, Miss Money.
But James Bond was developed from this guy.
Wow. There we go. He's got the bow tie and everything. He's got the dinner suit. They always wore the dinner suit, man, with the bow tie.
Yeah.
Spies look like this now. They wear T-shirts like this. See the three ladies? It's like they got guns. You guys see the guns with the three ladies? Come on.
Now, this was a little closer to, I guess, our age group, 1912 to 1988. Guy named was Harold Kim Philby. 1912, 1988, taking his nickname from the character in Rudyard's Kipling's prequel novel. I don't know. So he got it from a book. Filling name to inhabit the palace. He became a communist and a Cambridge during the early 1930s and the most famous of the Cambridge Five. He rose to be heard of the Soviet counterspying section of the Secret Intelligence Service, was awarded an OBE, and for a while his influence in the upper echelons of power was staggering. Stalin refused to believe it was true. He defected to the Soviet Union in 1963 and remained there until his death.
Wow. So, this was the Cold War era. So you had a lot of Russians against Octopussy, one of my favorite videos, 80s Bond, Roger Moore, although Sean Connery was the man. Yeah, I'm a Sean Connery kind of a guy. Yeah. Eric likes Roger Moore. But yeah, these are all the Cold War era ones. Yeah, that's really cool. This is cool.
Oh, yeah, and Black Sheep was right. There was two James Bond before Sean, yeah.
I thought there was one. It was Barry, something Barry.
Let's see. Who was
I gotta check it first.
James Bond before Sean Connery? Let's see here. Although he was first actor to play Bond in the official series, the films out of Eon Productions, Sean Connery was not the first Bond when all films are considered. Another actor, Barry Nelson, Bond before Connery, but that film was not from Eon and therefore not official.
Yeah, they were spinning it at CERN. So when CERN happened and they had a picture of that physicist holding up a sign, it said Bond 1, and then it says Mandela on the bottom of it. And the first Bond was Barry Nelson. So it was a whole conspiracy behind that thing right there. There was a whole super conspiracy. Bond 1, Barry Nelson, which was really interesting. Those of you that are into that whole CERN conspiracy about the physicist holding up that says Bond 1. And then below it is Mandela, which was a whole little spin there. If you guys want to go into that conspiracy, I'm not going to do it here.
What I want to do, I want to show a picture of the guy who's supposed to be the original James Bond, the unofficial James Bond, right here. Actor Barry Nelson.
Barry Nelson, yes. Who has a lot to do with the Mandela effect, apparently. For those of you looking for Bond 1.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Thank you, Black Sheep. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, and that guy doesn't look like his Bond. I'm sorry.
There's two. He says that there's two James Bonds before the. I know Barry Nelson was like a pilot version, like I call it the pilot. He didn't really. But who's the second one? I didn't know there was two.
Yeah, it did not give me.
I know I trust Black Sheep Researcher. I trust him. So who was the? There was Barry Nelson, and who's the other one, dude? That's
a good one. Who is the other one? Wasn't there Lazenby one?
Oh, there was one after. Okay, there was an extra Bond. There was one after Sean Connery.
Yeah. There was
after Sean, for Her Majesty's Secret Service. For Her Majesty's Secret Service was another. I don't know his name, but there was the first Bond was Barry Nelson, then Sean Connery. And then then there was an in-between one for Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was I don't know his name, so someone could find that out. That'd be cool.
Here.
And then it was Roger Moore.
Hold on, let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. 1979, Moonraker, The Spy Who Loved Me. 1977. I'm trying to go back. Then on Her Majesty's Secret. I think that's the one that had. The other guy, let's see, or was that Sean Connery too? Oh, George, there it is, right here. The on Her Majesty's Secret Service was Agent George Lazenby, so he was between You Only Live Twice and Diamonds Are Forever. So he actually did a James Bond movie in between Sean Connery.
Yeah, in between Sean Connery. So it's called Her Majesty's Secret Service, right?
Yes, on Her Majesty's Secret Service in 1969.
Okay, yeah, 1969. A lot of people going, are they coding? Yeah, we're coding. So guys got to keep up with the codes. But yeah, so Her Majesty's Secret Service in 1969 was the second Bond. So Black Sheep Researcher is correct. There was two other Bonds besides that one.
And then Hobbs said David Niven was Bond in the original Casino Royale.
Oh, David Niven. Okay. Was he? Okay. I don't know. I've never heard of that. David, Eric, shit. Do we have time to type that guy? I just got to type that name in, man. I got to find out. I got to know. Probably like a 1940s or something.
David Niven, James Bond. David Niven, Casino Royale, 1967. The wacky send-up James Bond film stars David Niven as the Echinic spy who retired and living in a peaceful existence. Bond is called back into duty with the mysterious organization. So in 1967, there was Casino Royale. Yeah, David Niven as the original Bond.
I'm not calling this any effects. Don't let out the window. I've never heard of this. That's weird, man. I've just never heard of this. But I just have never heard of it. So, guys, don't think it's anything other than that.
But look, this is weird. I'm serious. This is weird, right? Look, 1967, Casino Royale, right here, Bob. Right, 1967. Let me go back a page.
I'm about to download that fucking movie.
Here in 1967, it shows another James Bond movie, You Only Live Twice. So what? Was there 2 James Bond movies in 1 year?
Put it back up. I got to write this down, man. Okay. What's his name again?
Hold on. The guy. The other guy.
David Viven.
Hold on. Fuck. David. I lost the fucking name. David over here. David Niven.
Got it. Casino Royale. Oh, I gotta look that up, guys. I gotta find that movie. David Divin? It must be a satire version of it or something. I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Again, outside of anything, it's I've just never heard of it. So we'll just leave it at that. I gotta find. I love those movies, and so. Wow, you've learned something. I've learned something new. And what he was 1970 or 1969?
According to that movie came out with David Niven in 1967. But there was another James Bond movie that came out that same year. You Only Live Twice. So it's kind of weird. 2 James Bond movies in 1 year. And Bill says 67, the year he was born.
I gotta find that movie. Of
course, people should be subbing through the Veil Paranormal. They shouldn't be subbing. They should have already been subbed. Okay. Now,
got a great shout out.
Now, guys, are you guys ready for the most top, the number 1 spies in the whole world? Here we go. Look at these 2 fuckers.
Oh, straight up
spies. Straight up spies. I mean,
taller than you,
I mean, look, and Bob, and these guys, they claim to be what? Approved by the Mandela Effect Party?
Yes.
Who are these spies? What are they doing there?
But I'm taller than you. Why is it like that?
Yeah. Look at these fucking spies. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
Apparently, the story goes these 2 guys were born in Russia. I guess we're born in Russia.
Yes, born in Russia.
And we were sent here to say that we were born in California, but we weren't born in California. We were actually born in Russia. And then Bob, in 2016, supposedly said he woken up, but he didn't really wake up. That's when he decided to spy for Barack Obama.
Yes, Barack Obama. Insane.
The Barack Obama called you up.
Barack Obama
and said, "Hey, we need you to go into the effect party, the Mandela Effect Party, and cause chaos." Now, in 2016, did Barack Obama paid you pretty good money on this?
Yeah, he did. You know what's funny, dude? I was in London. It's a true story, guys. I was in London. They've got a brand new. Now, I was with a taxi driver. Swear to God, I don't fucking care. I don't lie during the apocalypse. Believe me or not, I don't care. I'm gonna go look at the Meridian line. I'm going down. I'm gonna look at the watches and how they built the first clocks and all that stuff for the ships and everything for nautical laws and stuff like that. Anyway, I at Greenwich. I was at the Greenwich time, whatever building. Anyway, so on the way there, the driver, a foreign guy, takes me, Eric, past the brand new MI5 building. Now, the MI5, again, I've hated the Mandela Effect community. I don't remember an MI5s.
Hold on.
There was no MI5s in my time.
Hold on, Bob, hold on. You're the number guy.
Yeah.
In 3120, Connery's death adds up to 007?
Oh, what? Hold on. Okay, wait, what? What? Wait, okay. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 007. Oh, come on. Tom Meir, dude.
Okay, hold on. You take 2 circles, and then you take the 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So technically, you could do a 007 if you plot other numbers.
Oh, Mir.
Oh,
What the fuck, dude? Straight up. If Eric, is there a wish you could do a award for this is great. Congratulations on that fucking number find, dude. That is amazingly badass. I was gonna tell him about going by the MI5. Okay, I went by the MI5 building. They have a rod that comes out from the building onto the street with this big glass thing, and they're like, it's cameras. And so we're going underneath it, and the taxi driver says, shh. I said, shush. He says, shh. They can hear everything we say. I go, what? He's whispering. He's like murmuring, and talking different language for me to understand. They can hear everything around the building. They can hear. They got microphones and things all around the building. I was there. I was like, holy fuck! You could drop a pin, and the MI5s can hear it in the building. I had never seen anything like that, and I worked in DC, so I know how DC rolls, Washington DC. But the London MI5 building is solid, man. Crazy. Everybody's quiet when they go by it. Nobody talks around the fucking building. But anyway, back to, I just want to share a story. But that is Tom Mir. Congratulations on that fucking that 007 for Sean Connery, dude. Wow. That is bad. May I have Tom's permission to talk about this with other people? Tom, that's your fine, bro. Hope you don't mind if the rest of us use your information. I will try to shout you out. I just thought that was awesome.
No,
that is a nice find during the show. I can't believe that.
No, that is that's man. We have to do the math a little bit, but it does add up.
Yeah, it does. 007, way to roll out as 007 Sean fucking Connery. He died at 90. He died on the 31st, which is 31st, which is kind of cool. October 31st, 13. But man,
I do want to show this.
This is like
Tom Murr just got himself a Center for Century Change Mandela Effect Residue certification in 007. Tom Murr on this date. So, Tom, I'm going to put my email address here. If you want a copy of this, I will send you your official Center for Theory of Change Mandela Effect Residue certification in 007.
You don't need no more residue than what you have for his birth date alone, dude. I can't believe it. Come out to 007. Oh, my God.
If you want your certificate, just email me. I'll send this to you. So, Tom Murr, on this date, certification 007, because that's awesome.
What a fucking find, man. That is everything. See, I'm telling you, dude. Everything's, I know everyone's like, it's a comic book for me, man. And everything is numbers. Everything is, what is the probability? What is the mathematical? This is how I do everything now, guys. I'm a scientist. What is the mathematical probability for that to come out to 007? Like the way you put it out, like 007. It comes out to 7, but with just 2 O's in it, 2 zeros, 007. But shit, man, that's fucking nice. Oh my God! Wow,
that's good. That's just
that's what a way to end the show, man. That's fucking way to end the show, man. Only on Gypsy Road Show we get that one going. That's a good one, and everyone's welcome to use it. Ask Tom; he's fucking fine with it. I hope other sites. I encourage other sites to go ahead and just kind of bring that out as a conversation piece. It's really fucking ironically weird.
Yep.
Right. And everything else that lines up with whatever lines up with whatever lines up with the math, the 13s, the 13s, the third. Now the 17s are rolling, 77s. Come on, man. There's the 7. There's the 007. I'm satisfied tonight. I actually get to go. I'm a big ass. You don't know how happy I am right now. I'm a huge Sean Connery fan. I was bummed when he died. And just to know that he died with a date that lines up for Halloween 7. Him dying on Halloween made me look at it. Yeah, man. Wow. Man. Wow.
He'll be walking like he owns the place.
Yeah.
like Bob said, just don't print this out and put it on your wall because people might look at you a little strange. What's it?
You'll be burned at the stake, man. It's not a good thing to have happen to you.
And like Tora says, numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie. Wow. What a good show. That was good.
Let me tell you how the rest of this week's going to work. I'm actually won't be doing a show on hold on, that's not what I want. I'm not going to be doing a show on Tuesday and actually Thursday of this week. I gotta start just for this week. We're gonna bring back horror talk. It's just I gotta do some things to work on the show for Wednesday and Friday because we got a guest coming on to talk about dreams. She does videos on dreams, so I want to concentrate tomorrow on getting materials for that. And then Friday we got another big, huge Matrix show with 2 people from the Matrix community coming on, 2 of them, not just one. So there's a lot of things I gotta get done, and I also. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some volunteer work at the Veterans Hospital Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Wednesdays is not going to be a full 2-hour show. She can only come on for an hour, and we'll talk a little bit after she's done. And then I got to get off. But so don't worry about the horror stuff because Bob and I do want to talk about Howard the Duck.
Yes.
We're going to decode Howard the Duck. We're going to decode
it.
Howard the Duck. We're going to decode it. We're going to decode it Hollywood style. We're going to break down that fucking movie like you never saw Howard the Duck broken down before. In fact, we're going to break it down so much, I got to make sure that Bob stays away from Howard the Duck because I don't want Bob to start rubbing Howard the Duck's feathers.
That's gross, man.
Yeah, we don't need that. And then Bob's calling up the aliens tonight after this news. Yes.
To celebrate. Yes, I am calling up the aliens to celebrate. Yes, I don't have to do anything. Yeah, definitely doing that.
Beyond that, everybody in the chat was fucking
reptilians
awesome.
Are kind of rough.
People in the chat were awesome today. It was a nice, great, friendly show. That's awesome. And guys, going forward, I'm just gonna say, you can bash me, Bob, all you want. That's fine, but I will not let you bash my guest that comes on the show. So, out of respect for guests coming on, we should respect them, let them come on, and do not bash my guests when they come on because these people are coming on their own. It doesn't matter if you believe what they're saying or not because you don't have to believe everything that my guest comes on. But what I'm asking nicely is, please do not bash the guest when they come on my show. That's all I ask.
I think I can do that.
Tomicon, that was a sweet movie, dude.
Good people,
dude. I don't Tomicon. I don't understand why people hated Howard the Duck so much. First of all, Howard the Duck. I'm not gonna break it down. Was technically the first Marvel movie. The Marvel universe technically started with Howard the Duck. And guys, if you don't know this, Howard the Duck, the movie was made by George Lucas of Star Wars. This Howard the Duck was the first movie that George Lucas used his new company to develop the Lucas Light, the Lucas sound. And I like Howard the Duck playing the guitar, singing the music. I thought it was fun and goofy.
I love that movie. That's why I'm going to watch it. I look forward to watching it. I'm going to debunk it. Or not debunk it, like go through all the stuff and try to, what you call, like, find the conspiracy theory within Howard the Duck. It's going to be a good one in there.
I'm sorry. Duck hand jobs. Quack, quack.
I'm worried about you, Torres. I'm worried about your mind.
So are you Bob and Eric? That's Bob's on the right. I'm Eric. Gypsy Road there. Yep.
Dr. Blue.
Yes, dude. George Lucas said when he made movies, he made it for kids. That's what he said. He said Star Wars was made for kids. So when grown men are trying to put down a movie that was technically made for a younger generation, you know, get a life. I'm sorry. Get a life. I love Howard the Duck. Looking back, it was inappropriate for my 6-year-old self.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Oh yeah. The
Now
duck,
you look at it.
the duck condoms.
Yeah, we don't. We can leave that alone.
I know. I don't
Yeah,
want
I'm just gonna say, Tomicon, you are correct, sir. You are correct to say that. Yes.
Yeah, sure. And Tomicon, just real quick, I want to thank you for you guys bringing up Herbie the Love Bug, because we talked about it earlier in the show, because that was a great find about the colors and all that. I mean, that was awesome find. That was awesome. So
Yeah,
I want
Eric
to
didn't
thank
tell me
all
about
you guys for showing up. I am going to be ending the show. And
33.
you guys come back Wednesday. We're going to have a great talk about.
Why would it not be 33 yet?
I know. We're going to have a great conversation about dreams with somebody who does her show basically all on dreams. So it's going to be a fun show. And I see you guys Wednesday.